Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back once again to our weekly tarot card video. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2015, and once again, I'm coming to you from my little studio here at 161 Stafford Street in Winnipeg. And for information about how to book an appointment with me in person here in the studio, you can find that on my website at trevorsense.com. I always include the link underneath these videos. That's also where you'll find all of the previous tarot videos under a table of contents. It says tarot videos at the top of my webpage. You can find all the videos in a kind of table of contents order. So if you're looking for, the Four of Cups or the Queen of Swords, they're there in that order. And I'm adding to them as we go along throughout the week. That's also where you'll find some past articles and things that I've written around my work as an intuitive resource. And I'm hoping to be getting back into some of that writing again soon. But without further ado, let's get into what our card of the week is. And I'd just like to mention that these are not so much predictive of the week ahead. They're just things to maybe pay attention to. You might see where this card has some relevance to some things that are going on. For people who study tarot, one of the wonderful things about this is we get to share this sort of common language of interpretation. And we build our own associations over time. But it's kind of like a neat network to be able to connect with. So I always shuffle the cards and then I cut them. And once again we have a page. And pages are some of the court cards in tarot. Similar to playing cards, and the systems are related. There is a page, a knight, a queen, and a king, whereas in playing cards it's jack, queen, king. And pages, oftentimes are depicted as being these childlike figures. And they can actually represent, literally, children. But they can also represent people towards whom there is a sense of new experience, sort of like apprentices or novices to something. Sometimes, in terms of relationships, page energy might be people where we're kind of just connecting on a very immediate level in terms of activity. Maybe you join a bowling league and there's people that you're getting to know, and the focus is just on that immediate sense of doing. There's not already a preset sense of roles. So pages can sometimes indicate our own sense of novicehood, of being kind of open to new learning. At the same time, court cards can kind of depict an overall sense of energy. So when we think of people that we might be working with in teamwork, that can be, the page energy, the knight energy, sort of like questing together, the queen energy in terms of nurturing. If you're having to be the chairperson of the meeting, that can be sometimes that rulership we associate with kings. It's not always male and female. It sometimes is the best icon to describe the energy. And that's where reading comes in. We certainly study tarot, but it's not about this always meaning this. We also look at the overall patterns of the cards. But let's get back to the Page of Wands. Being a page, it is that childlike energy, that sense of encountering something, maybe not for the first time, but with a fresh perspective, when we can approach things with a kind of childlike wisdom. And because it's wands, the emphasis is on doing. I often boil the elements down to doing, feeling, fighting, and owning. 4 things that we end up doing throughout every area of our life. But when we start doing some mindful work, we do those things consciously. So we think of wands and doing, that fire energy, as challenge, maybe ambition. But ambition is kind of concern for an end result. Sometimes we just want it to be a good game, and we want it to be fair, and we want to do better than we did the last time, and there's that fiery kind of motivation. It doesn't always have to be competitive. So a Page of Wands has a lot of physical energy. Not necessarily hyper, but certainly active. And again, you've heard me mention this before, that I can sometimes associate the pages to different learning styles in learners, something I encountered around a little bit of volunteer teaching assisting that I did. And a Page of Wands is a kinesthetic learner. A kinesthetic learner. Okay. So this is the kind of kid that needs to get up and sharpen their pencil twice and needs to run around at recess and burn off a little bit of steam. And maybe needs to associate their learning with a sense of activity and a sense of challenge. They can be encouraged to team build. Sometimes this is a kid who gets bored and restless really easily. But if they can be encouraged to sort of share that learning with others, maybe to be a little bit like a team leader and wanting to see other people get it, then that can be a comfortable learning style for them. something to keep in mind in terms of working with that. Pages are sometimes the people that we have a responsibility towards. So a doctor's patients, a teacher's students, a business's client base can be represented by that page energy that's coming towards you thinking you know what you're doing. And we have to sometimes be willing to say, hey, I'm a page along the journey as well. But here's what I do know, and I'm willing to share that with you. That's largely how I try to approach reading. You know, it's meant to be food for thought, something that a person can use alongside of their own judgment. So here's to discovery, here's to a sense of wonder, here's to a sense of fiery action and activity and doing. It's certainly a wonderful time of year here in Winnipeg. So many people outdoors. I love the area that I'm working in now because there's so much going on outside. And if you're thinking about a reading alongside of your maybe venture out to the area near here where we've got lovely patios and things like that, give me a call and we'll look forward to setting up a time that's convenient for you. That number is 204-504-9575, and you can find lots of information about how to book with me again on my website. Till next week, take care and enjoy the adventure. Bye for now.